very intensive analysis on Power BI. I've actually gotten my data into Power Query for cleaning. It doesn't need much cleaning, but I'm going to show you something. So should you want to get your data into Power Query, this is what you need to do. You can go to New Source. When you click on New Source, it's going to give you the sources we have that we can actually get data from. So when you don't see a source or the source you want to connect to right here, you can click on More. But right here we need Excel. You can click on Excel and it's going to take you to what? It's going to take you to where you have your file on your desktop. Then you can click on it and bring it to Power Query. That is all you need. So this is this very data we connected to right here. So you see that? So if you don't see it right here, you can just click and navigate through your files and like, okay, here is it. You click on it and you get it down to what? To a Power Query or through Power BI. Then you load to what? To Power Query, all of that. So this is what we need to do. All right, thank you very much for watching. Please, if you've not subscribed to my channel before, do subscribe, because that is what can actually keep me going and help me over and over again to create content for you guys. My name is Ismaila Omezo. So let's get down straight to the main business. So right now, as you can see, for you to actually have a very well transformed data, all you just gotta do is to check your data type. That is all you need. So right now, how can you just get to know what kind of data type you have? Now we want this one to be date, and when you click on it, you now check right here, you see that it is date. So the other way you can actually get to know what it is or the kind of data set you have is just for you to look at this very sign right here. This symbol shows date and this symbol shows text. This symbol right here shows whole number, while this symbol right here shows what? Shows a decimal number. Of that. So now you will know what decimal number is all about, where you have 1.5, 1.6, 0.7, all of that is decimal number. Whole number is 123, 799, and all of that is your whole number. All of that. So now 123 is what? Is your whole number data type. So when you click on it and you look at it, it's going to show you a whole number. You click on this one, you look at this place, it's going to show you your decimal number, which means if you get used to it, you don't have to click on this place and go check it out right here if what you think it is what it is. So you're just going to like, oh, this is what it is. So we have it, another one we call it any. Any doesn't actually signifies either it is decimal, it is whole number, or it is text. So it's just any. So it will throw up an error if you want to actually make your analysis. So you would have to come back to Power Query to set it. So in order to avoid it, you have to actually be very, very mindful of how you go about it. So what sign does any have? Any would have 1, 2, 3 or ABC 1, 2, 3 on top of itself, and it's gonna be some kind of awkward. I don't know how I can put that to you. That is okay. We are going to encounter that any right now. I'll show you what I'm talking about. But now what we're going to do is to add more column to what we have. And how do we add column? It's very easy. Let me just show you that. You can just go to add column. So when you click on add column, there are so many columns right here. Which column do we want to add to our data set or to our table? Now we need to add custom column. Conditional column is different, index is different, and all of that. So we're going to touch all this one as we keep going along. So all you just got to do is to subscribe to this channel, because I'm going to be dropping more videos on Power BI, Power Query, Excel, and SQL all day long. So right now I'm going to click on custom column. So what do I want to do? Why do I choose custom column? I want to know how much sales were made. That is the revenue, right? And I want to know our cost of what? The cost of goods sold, and I want to know the total gross profit. This is what I just want to know. I can do this with Power BI by writing DAX for it, but I just feel like doing it right here to show you guys what it is and how we can actually achieve the same thing right here. So right now it has come up. What we need to do right now is just to say revenue. So revenue, we now click inside this box right here. To get our revenue, our sales price is going to be multiplied by what? It's going to be multiplied by the total units sold. That is all we just need to do to get our revenue. You can just hit what? You can hit enter and it gets down to what? To your Power Query. In Power BI we call this calculated column. because you can see what you have actually done. But if we use measure, you don't see it until we drag it to a visualization step. So now we now click on that column to get what? To get our cost of goods sold. So that is our COG, right? Okay, of goods sold. So now how do we just do that? Is under easy way again. So now we can just say cost price. So cost price, now you multiply the cost price by the total units sold. That is all you just gotta do. You hit enter. So now this is what it is. So we are building up, we are going gradually. This is what you just need to get. So now we have to look for the gross profit. Now I've sold this product, and this is the amount I purchased this product, and this is the number I sold. How much is my gain? What is my profit? Is all we need to do right now. So you can click on custom column again and get to know what our profit always is. So now what we need to do, we have to name this as what? Gross profits. So we name it as gross profit. So what do we do to get our gross profit? Most easy one. So revenue from what? Revenue from cost of goods sold. That is all we just need to get. That is just all. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Now look at this. This is 1, 2 that shows decimal, 1, 2 that shows decimal, and the other one is just 1, 2, 3 that shows what? That shows whole number. But right here we have a different symbol. We have ABC and 1, 2, 3 on top of itself. So who shows any? Then if we go to home and we check right here, it shows any. And what any does, it's not telling that change the data type for the selected column, or else you'll encounter some damn error. So you can click on right here, because it started from here. You hit down your shift and you now click on the last one. Then you can right click. Then when you right click, what do you do? Oh, it's not coming up. Right click. Okay, let it just come up. So when we right click, we have to choose the data type that is going to like work for us, that we can use when we have our data transferred into Power BI, then all that. So now we can change data type right here. So instead of us to go here, we can just right click and go to what? Change data type. So what we want to use, decimal. Why decimal? Is because it has 553.88 and stuff like that. So this is what we just need to do. So right now we are done with this. We are done with anything that has to do with right here. So the next thing to do now is to check the remaining one, if the data types we have right here is actually correct. If it is correct, what do? We just have to zoom out and just get our data loaded into Power BI and start our own analysis pretty fine. So now I think we have what we want. We have it. So right now this one right here, we don't really need it, so we don't have to take it to what? To Power BI. So we have to right click. When we right click, what do? We disable it. So it's under enable. You click and you uncheck that very box. That is all you just need to do. Now we can now click and load. So when we click and load, it's going to load to our Power BI, and that is where our main journey starts from. So now we are going to be writing DAX. I know what DAX is all about. That is the function you need to write to get your calculation done ASAP, right? I believe you've done it before. If you've not done it before, just stay tuned, stay right where you are, keep watching, because I'm going to be writing some DAX that is going to make you feel like, wow, this is what it is how easy it is. Well, I don't know if it is too easy or it's not really easy, but you're gonna tell, because I'm gonna explain to you guys what it is that you really I'm really doing, and how you can actually apply the same thing or the same method to your own personal work and to your work, and get what you really want done ASAP. So right now we have so many ways to write DAX. We have calculated column, we have measure, right? So those two, measure, calculated column, actually it's sometimes confusing. Don't worry, it's coming up, it's loading. So it's sometimes confusing. And how do we deal with this situation? So now we have to understand what is calculated column, what is our measure. So measure is something we create, is a function we write that doesn't show in a table often, and it doesn't add up to our memory, or it doesn't increase our file size. I don't know if you get me right. Measure doesn't increase to our file size, but calculated column does. Anytime you write a calculated column, it adds to the existing data, the existing file that you have, it adds to it. If you have maybe 20 kilobytes, you might have 25 kilobytes. But if you write measure, you're still going to have what you have. It's not going to add any damn number to it. That is the difference between measure and calculated column. So calculated column is always bad. I don't advise you to use it except it is absolutely necessary. Like when we created our date table, we use calculated column. We don't have to use measure right there. That is what it is. So it is used for what it should be used for. So if you know when to use it and when not to use it, you're going to have a very smooth analysis while using Power BI. That is all you just have to know about calculated column and a measure. So right now I'm going to go on to create a measure, but before that I'm going to check my my relationship view to see if our relationship is actually right. I think we have them to be some kind of types, so we don't have to do anything right here. We don't have to do anything right here. We have everything intact. Beg your pardon. So we can now just go to the go to table view, then go to the report view and actually check this and see what we have right here. So this is what we've created. We've created revenue, we've created sales, and we've created COGS, which is cost of goods sold. So right now we want to use measure because I hate dragging this and all that. It's not professional at all. So now I'm going to use measure to create all of them. I'm going to use measure to create all of them. So how do we differentiate measure from what? From calculated column, or from what we just calculated from Power Query? Is the symbol that they all carry. So they carry different symbols, and it's going to like be easy to identify which one is measure and which one is actually calculated column. So right now I'm going to name this one total revenue. Total revenue. So I'm going to say is equal to sum. It's going to be equal to sum of what? Sum of what? Sum of revenue. So I have the bracket closed, then I hit enter. Now I'm about to show you what measure is. You can't see it anywhere. It's not going to show anywhere until you drag and drop it for you to know that okay, it has actually calculated. Sometimes if it throws error, you're going to know. Now you can see it has this calculator sign, you know, and this is the signal sign, like, you know, this, if you still remember mathematics, we have this sign mathematics. So now you can see the differences. This is your measure. No one will tell you this is measure. You're gonna know this is measure. So all that. So now we have to create another measure. So what will this measure are gonna be all about? Create new measure, and we're gonna name this one to be total cost of goods sold. So I'm not going to say total cost of goods sold in full because it's going to take a long space. So I don't do that. So I'm just going to say total COGS. That is all we just get to have it rightly positioned. So total COGS. So I'm going to say it's equal to what? Sum of what? Sum of COGS. Yep, sum of COGS. Okay, I think I made a mistake somewhere. I'm gonna correct myself. So go back. Oh, yep. So is this. So I'm gonna hit enter and this is what it is. We've just created a total cost of sales we have, of goods sold we just have. And the next thing we're going to create right now is what is the total cost of, we've just, total cost of revenue has been there. Now total sales. Total sales is what we're going to create next. So now we have to right click again. We do right click and we create new measure, and the new measure is going to come up. Total revenue is what we're just going to create. Alright, it's coming up. It is simple, right? I guess so. It's simple. You just gotta do this to practice, and you just gotta know what it is that Power BI is actually all about. It's a journey. You just gotta take it smoothly. You just gonna get it. So now we just say total what? Total revenue. Have I gotten that? I've gotten total revenue. So right now I'm gonna say total gross profit. So total gross profit now is going to be equal to sum of gross profits. Then you have it closed. Then you hit enter. Here's how you just get it to just get it, right? So I've gotten my total revenue, total cost of goods sold, total gross profit. Now I'm just going to get total units sold. I said I want everything to be measured. I don't want it to just be calculated column, stuff like that. So right now I'm going to right click again and create that. So we're almost done with our measures tab, so we're gonna be on the visualization part very soon. Now we have to create this. Okay, so we need to create total units sold. That is the total unit we sold that made this amount of money first. So total units sold is equal to sum of what? Total units. So I'm gonna click on OK, close it, hit an OK, and we just get. So we have done justification for this, and the next thing we have to do right now is for us to get our average daily revenue. How do we do that? That is where average X comes in. Average X comes in right here. So what we just gotta do is to create new measure to create that. So we're gonna use our date table that we created. I told you date table that we created is gonna be handy. Right now we're gonna use the date table to just get this logged in. So what we're just gonna name this is, we have named this average, just like this, short form. So daily revenue. So it's gonna be okay like this. Then equal to, I don't want to take much space, equal to average X. So we hit tab, and now we say date. So so is comma, then revenue. Then you can just click on this, and it's going to give us where we have our total revenue. Then we close it up, we hit enter. That gives us our average daily revenue. So I'm sorry, I have to do something that I've not been doing. I don't want to repeat it over and over again. It's going to take much of our time. Let me just go and do that right now. So we have to format this to what? We need to format this to $1 or any currency of your choice you want to use. Dollar is very close. I'm just going to use dollar to just format this and have myself spinning in the remaining part of it. So now I'm going to use dollar as a currency to it. So you can use naira, you can use pounds, anything you just want to use the top. So you're good to go. So I'm going to use dollar sign to do this. So it's coming up. I don't know why my system is just slow these days. I think I need to work on it. oh. Okay, fine. I can use English United States. You click that and you're good to go. So I am going to format this to what? To 0 decimal. That is all you just need to do. So the next thing we have to do right now is what? Is for we to create average daily. How about that? That is correct. I'm going to right click to create a down measure. I'm going to name this average daily gross profit. So we've had our average daily revenue. So now we need to get a daily gross profit on average. That is what we need right now. That is what we're about to do. So once we create that, I think we are almost done with measures. So we're done with measures. Next thing we just got to do is to do some visualization, show you some features that you need to know about in visualization, and we're done with the whole stuff. That is all we need. So I just want to say thank you for staying tuned, because I love when people watch what I do. So now, I'm going to say average daily gross profit. Gross profit. So it's going to be equal to the same average x. So average x, then the date, comma. So we hit on this sign, then we locate our total gross profit. Then we close it. Then we hit enter. All right. I think we have one measure to create. I'm so sorry for that. We just gonna create this. We call it percentage. But before that, I'm gonna format this to this very dollar sign of the thing. So click on it and choose the sign you just want to use for it. The dollar sign is English United States. And we use 0. Okay, fine, 0, 0. We don't want it to get that long. So 0, hit OK. Now we watch it happen. It's working on it. Now we're gonna create a down measure that we're gonna use for our percentage. So new measure. We're going to be using this for a percentage, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So we're going to use this function called divide. If you don't, you should, just because to avoid some dumb problem, we're going to use the function divide. So you can divide straight, but sometimes it's useful to encounter some errors. But I'm going to just make it to run on how that works. Why would we use divide, not this slash? I don't know what that's actually our sign is. So I'm gonna say a percentage of what? Of sales, of revenue. Okay, revenue equal to this divide gross profit. Instead of me using this sign right now, because I've already used divide, I'm not going to use this sign. I'm going to use comma by what? By revenue. By total revenue. This is what I need to do. I have to close it and hit enter and format it to what? To percentage. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to announce to you guys that we are done writing DAX for now. There are more DAXs to write, but we are just done with this tutorial. We are done writing DAX. All we just gotta do is to go on visualization. So now we can just click on this and have it to be on percentage. So the next thing we just have to do is just to go to what? Is to go to relationship view and have some of these hidden, because we don't have to look at all of them every time we do something. So now we can just go on the relationship, go to fact table. So we don't want this any longer. hit this. We don't want this date, we don't want gross profit. I know what we want. You can see from here down to category, we don't want them. We can hide them from what? Hide them in report view. That is all we just want. Hide them in report view. Let's see what is left. Let's see how easy it is to navigate through it without having those damn plain view of it. So go. Now you can see I've reduced it and it works so fine. It's so little that we can actually see what we want in a jiffy without coming to use the search bar right here and all that. So right now the first thing we just got to do is to actually use this very cluster column. I'm going to click on it, cluster column. And how am I going to use the cluster column? I want to use it by using my category on it. So I'm going to click on the bars. So I'm going to drop the category on it. Drop the category on it and see what it is. So I have to actually expand it a little bit. So fine. This is what it is. So now I have to drop total revenue. Total units sold. So here we go. Now we don't want to go by this. Total revenue, then the gross profit is what to go next. So now here is it. We have the blue one to be the revenue, the gross profit is here. That is what we have. So now I'm going to drop a little bit down because I want to have something else on top. So now we have what we call multi-tie rows. Multi-rows card, wherever. So I'm gonna click it. Now this is the problem we always have. Good, it happens at the right time. Now just because we did not click off, here we have it to convert it to what we don't really want. Here is a mess. So I'm gonna return it back to where it took it from, and I'm gonna click off. Now I'm away. I can now click on what I want. Now here is it. So I don't want you to be here. Go top. So this way. Now what we have to do is just total units sold, then the revenue, the gross profit, the cost of goods sold, the average daily revenue, then the daily revenue plus the percentage. Can you see that? So we have everything right here plus the percentage. This is what I'm talking about. So now when we now change this, it's going to give us the revenue we have in this very mains, whatever, I don't know, is main, where is a menstrual. So now here is what it is. So I think I have to click back right here. I'll remove the percentage for now. I don't need the percentage right here. I think it's code right here. So now what we just got to do is to go to what? To this very format. So if what you're looking for is what you know but you don't know where to locate it, you can always use the search bar. But I know what I want. So I'm going to go to data label. So from data label, now I'm going to add this to be 20. Yep. So you hit enter and you have it brought to that level. So it's going to increase. So how about this? Nice, huh? Now we close it. Then we go to category. Then we're going to increase the category as well. So we have it to be 16. So we can see how that is. So we can now expand it a little bit. Now can you see this? So now we can now say this. You see how you have it changed? You have it changed. We have changed. So this is what it is, a core feature. I love it. I love Power BI. So now we've actually done this. The next thing we have to show right now, we want to use our line chart right here. So what is our line chart here to do? So our line chart can actually help us to view this by the buyers for real, by the buyer. So total revenue, this is it. This is how it goes by the buyers. So when we now click this, we're gonna have it changed. So one buyer actually existed. So maybe what we actually have right here, we don't want it, so we can now change that anytime. We can change it to whatever we like. We can click off, then we now go and see what we can actually add that is going to make it different. So we click on this, not to click on the wrong one, and by what? By category. Can you see that? So we can do so many things. You can see the dot is actually giving us. So when we now add slicer, let's go and click on our slicer. This is our slicer right here. Add our slicer, and we go to date, and we click on month. Then we can click on January. So we click on January, it's gonna have a slice to what? To that. Then click on February. So you see it changing? This is all we are actually talking about. So now we want to what? We want to remove category from here and have it to be what? To be just by line. So we can now play around to see how it goes by month right here. So this is what it is. Now we can actually minimize this. Let it be here. Come down here and increase it. You can increase it, the slicer header, the genre, then selection, how you want it to be, then the items. So you go right there and click on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now it's gonna be increased to what? To 15. Yeah, you have it bolded. So you can now increase what? You can take care of the header as well. The header is on 12. I think we have it on 14 right now. We will now see clearly we have it on 14. That is all about that. We've just finished into that. So the next thing I'm gonna have now, I'm gonna have the table right here. So this table is gonna be showing me on by the buyers or category. Okay, let me use buyers. That's what I'm gonna use. So now what we need to do, we need to show it by total units sold, total revenue. Sorry, I've clicked off. I'm gonna take it away. Now click back inside this. Now we go by total units sold, the revenue, the gross profit, the total cost of goods sold, the average daily revenue, and the gross profit. Then here is what we have by the buyers, our customers. Now we can actually still have our table active, and we go to what? We go to the format right here, and we click on this grid. Then go down and increase it to 15. Well, let's see 13 how it goes. If 13 is not that bad. Okay, I think it's okay like this. So can you see what I'm saying? This is nice how. So when you now go to the February, let's see what February is gonna do. Now we have February sales change totally. You can see that. So right now I have to format all this to what? To be in dollar sign. But exclude this because this is not a currency. This is not gonna be money. This is the quantity we sold. So now I'm gonna click on total cost of goods sold. Now change to what? To dollar sign. That is all we just need to do. So I'm going to use English United States. Then we have to click on our total gross profit as well to do that. We should have done this from the inception, but I think I forgot. I'm so sorry for that. We can just have this then. Now we don't want to keep this. It's actually giving us this 2 decimal thing, which I don't really like. So I'm going to take it off. So how do we do that? You can actually come right here and decrease it. So now we have it in 0. That is what it is. So now let us just give it a little time to actually come up. So it's going to show it right here now, show the $sign, and it's going to tell us that, okay, I've done what you already asked me to do. Alright. So. Okay, fine. He's working on it. Just give it a little time. It's going to be alright. What the heck? It's taking too long. Almost there. So fine. So now this is what we have. We have this $sign on it, and it's taking, and does stop again to take. Okay, fine. Now we can click on the second one, which is total gross profit, and check on this. When we check on this, we go on English United States. That is how we're gonna do it. We want to actually show that those are actually currency. So we need to change them to currency, all of them. So we need to have all of them in currency. That is what we need. So the beautiful aspect of this visualization is that when you place a cursor on either of them, that is of this form, it's going to show you what you need to see. Let it finish working on it. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. So it's going to show you what we have, what Richard actually bought, and how much it is, and all of that. So you can actually drill down from here. When you click on it, it's going to drill down and all that. So you can see total revenue, because we did it by revenue. See that? So we can actually add more to it. So now the next one we're going to do now is just to go to revenue and actually do the same thing to it. So after revenue is unit sold. Don't forget that on unit sold, we don't have to actually format it by what? We don't have to format it by currency or sign. No. All we just got to do is to add comma to actually separate our hundreds, millions, or thousand first. So that is all we can actually do. We don't have to do some other thing. So that is all we just have to do. So right now, as soon as this one is done, so we're just gonna go and click on this comma. So it's gonna separate it for us, and it's gonna look very, very nice. So I think I'm gonna have this to be 0 decimal. That is all we just get there. Okay, fine. That is what we want. So I can now click on this, and just do, as soon as it comes up, working on it. Alright, I'm gonna do one click to transform this to what I want. Just one single click is gonna transform this to what I want. So the one click is this sign right here, and its separators is a separator. A separator has been added. Wow. Here we go. We are almost there. We have everyone to be on dollar. So on $sign, and this one is about to take the separator as well. So then once that one happens, we are actually done from here. That is all. So we need to create a null page. So we can now name this something as revenue analysis. Now you can click on it and give it a name of your choice. Depends on what you want to give it. So you can just say revenue analysis. So now That is all. So we have to click the plus button to what? To actually add more page. Or if you want to copy this, should you want to copy this, all you just gotta do is to click on this. When you click, you hold what? You click and hold your control and bring this on top of this. Then it's gonna create another one. Or you right click and what? And duplicate. So now I'm going to click on this to create a new page for we to get our report. But before that, I'm going to show you something. So should you don't know what is tiles, tiles is what we have as this table is a tiles, this is a tiles, this is a tile, this is a tile. So combined together is a report. It's not yet a dashboard. It is after we might have actually take it to a Power BI service that we can now create a dashboard. So right now here is a report, but individually there are tiles. I want you to just take that as a very good lesson. So right now we can just go to this page and click on it. We just want to show this by quarterly, a month and stuff like that. So now we can just see quarter analysis, quarterly. So quarterly analysis. So now what we need to do is just to go and grab this. I'm going to use yellow analysis. I know what I want. Fine. So yellow analysis right now. Now I'm going to have this to be very big to show you one particular thing you need to know. So now I'm going to do this. I'm going to have this closed down. Have this closed down for now. Then I'm going to go to what? To the sales rep and grab. Nope. Okay, I'm still going to use the what? I'm going to use the category right here. I'm going to use the category. Then the revenue and the average daily gross profit. Now I can drop this right here. So we have to add a dot. Let's check it. So here we go. Now here is what we have. When we click on play, you can see what is happening. So click on play, it plays this way. So now we can now just go and look at it. What do we have here? We have our year right here, and we'll click off and choose month. So we can now choose month, drop month inside it. So now when we now play, it's going to play from what? From January to February, March, and all of that. So you might be like, it doesn't make any sense to me. How am I gonna know what it is? So you can actually click right here to know what you have in what? In June. In June, this is the highest. This is the highest. This is the men's or wherever, either wears or wherever, is the highest. The total revenue, the cost of goods sold in the month June. Then this is second to the highest. You can see that. Then when you want to check December, you click on December and you see it went down. You click on this, it goes up. It's a very nice way to do it. So now you can now click on what? You can click on the formatting right here and click on data color. And you can change your color right here. So all that. So I don't want to change the color. I think I love the color the way it is. So the shape is what I'm concerned about. I can increase the size of the shape. Can increase the size of the shape to be like this. So when you now play, you see we have a bubble to actually play around with. So all that. So we can now close this down and just check another feature that we can actually use again. Okay, we're going. So we can go to color by. You can see that it's on default. So we can see we have color for it. It's of different color right now. So we can now click on title and see if we have to change the title. We can change the title right here and all that. You can just play around with all this. We can see we can add border to it as well. So you see all that. So we can go to category and you can actually play around with all this just to know what it does and how it can actually help you. So the data color, if you want to change it, the shape and the this and that, transparency, if you want to play around with this, you can always play around with this and see how it could actually add some kind of thing to your visualization. I think this is what it is. This is what we need to do. This is what we want and all that. So we can just minimize this and add this right here. So you playing it might be some kind of like, what am I going to do with playing it? I don't know what it is. So if you want to check a particular month, like the month of November, what the progress is like, you can just click. Now this is what the progress is like. You can see every color appears. You can click on it and get to know what it is that you want. You can click on this and get to know. You can click on December, and December is the highest, and get to know what it is that you want. Here we have August. Look at it. So now you can come down to what? You can come down to this very analytics right here and add the average line. Click on it and the average line, which means now we've added the average line. So anything from here is average. Whatever touches this line is under average. So we've added that. We can just close it down and we have the max line. Everyone knows where the maxes should be. So the max will always be at the top. So now here is the max. So we have August. Now we have it to be the max. You can see that. So that is all about that. So you can actually play around with all this to know what it is and how it actually works as well. So now we have to leave this just the way it is. So we click off from there, or we can add border to actually make it to stand out from the rest of the other ones we're going to create. So now I'm going to like open my border. So click off. I still have it to be like this. So now that I've clicked off, I can go to my tree map and pick up my tree map, bring it up here. Now I can still show it this by month. I show it by month, and in that month I want to see it by average gross profit. Then average gross profit is what I want to see it by. Now by that month, average gross profit month. Now here we go. So in August, we have August to be the highest. So now if you can't use this, you must know how to use this. We have August to be the highest. And now let me show you what this one works for. If we now go to this and add something right here, we can add something to here, add something to here. Then after adding all this, we will now place our cursor right here. We can now see that we have average gross profit and total gross profit altogether. So this is as a result of what we added right here. It's not going to disturb anything like adding too much of this to our visualization. No, but we're just gonna see that okay, we have this month of December, this is what we have, this and X, Y, and Z and all that. So now we have done something very, very good right now. So what I'm about to do is just to bring this one down right here. Okay, then I'm going to minimize it a little bit. Then I'm going to have this one minimized as well. So we're going to use card on this one. We're going to use this the single card we have. So the single card is going to carry the what? It's going to carry the total units sold. So now we can now copy this. It has been copied. I'm going to paste again. Take it. I'm going to paste again. Take it. That is the last one. So now I have my total units sold right here. Then I'm going to have my total revenue right here. Then this total revenue. So I'm ready to have my average daily gross profit right here. Average daily gross profit. Then I want to have what? I need to have total units sold is in there, average there, then average cost of goods sold. That's okay, the total cost of goods sold will come down right here. So now let me show you something. If you want to actually have this to be shown in the other way around, what you just gotta do is to go to what? Data element right here. And check the click on the word the none. It's gonna give you this. So here is what you have. This is what you just have. Just like this. This is what you have. So right now we can actually use this visualization, this right here. Add this to it. So now we can actually add our sales reps. Then you can see them. This is what it is. So when we now come here, we can have it to show what data label. So if you don't like it, you can just get it off all that. So now let's see if we can actually change this. So we stay on it. So we can just move this off, and we use the year. So you can see that 2016 is the highest, while 2017 is the second highest, and 2018 is the lowest. So when we now click on this 2016, everything you have here is going to change. Yeah, that is what it is. Everything is just going to change. You can see everything changed. When we click on this 2017, everything is going to change. You see that? So we can now click back, we bring it back to normal. This is what we want and all that. So now we can just maintain this to be here. Then get this to be here. Then we're gonna have this to be here. Okay, fine. Then we're gonna bring this one down. Now we're going to add this on a map. So we want to visualize our region. So before then, we just gotta go to our data view. So we have to shut everything down. We need to shut this one down. So there it is down. The fact table, shut it down. So why is wrong? Okay. So give it a little time. It's gonna come up. So I want to show you something. So now what I want to show you is that if we just drag our region on it, it's not gonna work, and something has to make it work. And what would that be? We have to actually give it the right data type. That is all we want, and that is all we should give to it. So that is what we're about to do right now. So we need to give it the right data type, and once the right data type is being given to it, then it will actually show accordingly the way we really want it. Then that is all that. So right now we can see we have our region right here. We click on the region, then we click on the country and what? A state. Then we'll now add total revenue by the country. And we see nothing. There is nothing that shows up. Nothing. And why is it happening? We can't talk about it, right? I think we can explain. So we have to go to our region. So when we go to our region right now, what we have to do, we have to change that state or / country from the data type it is to what we can actually visualize in the way we want to do it. So right now we have our country right here. We can click on it and go to what? Go to data category to change the type of data that we have it. So we can click on country and region. So if country and region doesn't work, we can now click on what? State and province, and just test out. So but for the first time, I'm going to change country. I'm going to use country and region to see if it works. So here we go. So, but I'm not seeing what I really want. So what do I do now? I have to go back. If it doesn't come up, let it finish loading right here. Okay. Now I think I would have to go back and change it from where it is to something else for me to see what I actually added to it, if I've actually done that. Okay, still adding. All right, fine. Okay, we just on it. Now we can go back and change it from the country down to state and province. Let's see what it is that we have to gain from there. So we're actually getting something. Now working on it. State and province, what does it give us? We just wanted to show us what is the progress in every region, every state. Actually, that is what we want. Now, here's what I want. Exactly. So now when you now place the cursor right here, you can see it's giving us this very springs. This is what we made right here. It's giving us this. It's giving us, we have a lot of states right here alone. We have a lot. So now we can change it to this field map. So I think field map is under way of actually analyzing this. It's going to be very, very cool. Okay, fine, it's coming up. So we can actually increase it to actually stand out from the rest and be on its own. So we're almost done with everything we just have to do right here. So now when you place the cursor, you will see what it is that's the sales you've made in this very region, and how the sales went, and which one is the best, and all of that. So that is all we just gotta do to show it up. So it's still loading. So we have to compare the field map with this. So now here is what we have right here, and it's giving us this. So if we compare it and we think the other one is more, it depends on the data you have and the countries you have. Yes, that is what you really want to consider and all that. So if this one is better, we can choose this. You can see it. Yeah, no, we have to use this. So we go back to this and all that. So now this is what I'm almost like to show you guys how to do all this. So you can see it right here. It's just a way. All we've learned here today, we've learned how to actually create DAGs in Power BI, and actually do a little bit cleaning in Power BI as well. So let me show you a very good feature in Power BI that you need to know. So now I can just click on these very three dots and what? And click on Spotlight. What happens? Wow, look at it. So out of focus, this is what it is. It's going to make those ones out of focus. So if you still want to analyze it better and want to get a better view, all you just gotta do is to click on this one. So it's going to make it a full screen. You can see it occupies everywhere. It occupies everywhere right now. This is what I'm talking about. And the other thing you can do actually is just for you to collapse this. Then you collapse this. You have this collapsed. Then you can have this. You understand? So you can have it in this view. It's not for all of this. You can have it for every one of what? Every one of the tiles you have. I told you this one is being called tiles. So you can click on these tiles and you have it. So when you play it, you're gonna see it dance like it's fancy, right? It's fancy. It's not about the fancy stuff like that. It's about what you really want from it. So all that. So you can just choose February, choose March, choose June, all of that. So when we choose August alone, you can see this is the highest in August. It's always this in August. This is the total revenue and this is the cost of goods sold. So when we click November, then this is on the average. It's just a little bit away from average. That is what it is. So don't click on the name, click in this middle right here. So you're gonna see what we have. So that is all about this. I want to say thank you very much to stay till this very time to watch this great tutorial. I want to thank you so seriously. So right now the next thing to do is for we to actually try to get this into our Power BI service to see what we can do right here. So how do we do that? So now we can go back to home and go click on publish. But before we do that, what we're going to do, we can now save our file. So we've not saved. We can save our file and name it anything we like and all that. So if this is a client work, you have to name it what he or she will understand. Well, we name it with his style's name. Then just name it store analysis. Store analysis. I'm gonna have it on my desktop, and we can click on save, and that is all about that. So it's gonna take a little while to save. Saving report counted. So as soon as it's finished saving, what we're gonna have the name to be on top of here, and we're gonna like be sure that okay, it has served. So it's gonna like give us store analysis. That is what it is. So it's still working on it. As soon as it is done, the next thing we're just gonna do is for we to actually publish it to our Power BI service and see what it is that we can actually derive from it. I love Power BI. I love Power BI. I'm going to take my time to actually do a tutorial, make a tutorial on Power BI service to show you to navigate through Power BI service, what it does and how you can actually get to use it. It's very it has so many features that we don't have in Power BI desktop. So in Power BI service, you have to connect to the internet. So before you can be able to use Power BI service, you really need to connect to the internet. So if you are not connected to the internet, there is no way you can use Power BI service. So Power BI service is the online based Power BI, or like your Power BI desktop, where you can actually create your report and actually transform data as well, then do everything you just want, every analysis you really want to do, and you have your report transferred to what? Transferred to what? To Power, to you, or publish to Power BI service. That is what it is that you really need to do. So in Power BI service, you can create more reports. You can use what we call Q&A as well, and you can actually schedule refresh by using gateway and stuff like that. There are so many things you can actually do with Power BI service that you cannot do with that you cannot do with ordinary Power BI desktop. So right now I'm going to click on publish just because I've been logged in. Now that I click on publish, it's just going to come up with something like, okay, you really want to do this? And I'm going to say, yeah, I don't want to do this. Just because I'm logged in, it's not going to ask me to log in again. But if I've not been logged in before, it's going to ask me to just log in before I actually do that. But right now I'm logged in. Look at it. It's actually coming up with that. So now here it is, asking me where do I want to put this. Now, Microsoft Power BI, do you want to save your changes? I'm going to say yeah. So we're taking steps, right? All right. So this is all about that. So we're actually going gradually right now to Power BI service. This report is saving, the content is saving. So it's taking us to Power BI service, where we can actually have everything we need to do in Power BI service done, all of that. So we can share this file to our organization, to a manager, and all of that. So you can actually say, okay, I want this Mr. A to view this, and I don't want Mr. B to view this. Yes, we want to be on my space, on my workspace. I'm gonna click select that. So now that is all that we have to do. So now you can see the beautiful aspect of it. So you have it worked on Power BI desktop, and you have it published to Power BI service. I just love this. Now here is it, publishing store analysis, PBIX to Power BI. Now it's going to get finished, and we're going to click the link. It gives us to visit what we've actually done. That is just it. We've just done a great job, and this is a very warm way of doing things. So if you're still staying to this end, I just want to say thank you for watching. Please hit the subscribe button, because I'm gonna be having more and more tutorials coming your way over and over again. This is what I'm talking about, success. Now we can actually click on the link right here to open Power BI service and see what it is that it has for us. Now it's going gradually right to Power BI service. It's not open the browser right now, where we're gonna have to visit our Power BI service. So I think I've already have it open before, right? Okay, it's coming up. Let me just go right there. Alright, it's taking a little while since my network is some kind of poor right now. Okay. Okay, fine. So we are right here on Power BI service environment, where we can actually view what we have actually done. So right now it's coming up. Let's see what we have. Okay, fine. So now here is Power BI service, is up.powerbi.com. The report we just published is what is bringing up first. Let's see what we have. All right. Okay, let's just give it a little while. It's gonna like come up. We're gonna have all we have actually done. We're gonna have it right before us right here. So right now it's actually loading. So we're gonna see. Yes, here is the environment. It's coming up gradually. Here is the environment of Power BI. So I'm gonna, should you don't have an account in Power BI, all you just gotta do is to leave a comment on my channel, because I'm gonna be doing a tutorial on how you could get an account. Very easy. You don't need to be a worker, you don't need to be working for any company, you don't need to be a student. You can just be who you are to get a working email to start your Power BI service ASAP. I've heard a lot of guys saying, "Oh, I only use desktop to practice. I don't have access to Power BI service because I use my Gmail, I use my Yahoo, I use Hotmail. It doesn't really work. I don't know what is actually wrong." And all of that. I was like, "Oh, everything is wrong with it. This machine says you can't use those emails except a business email or a working email. So you need to create a working email to be able to log into Power BI service." So I'm going to show you how to create that, and it's going to work for you over and over again. You can create multiple working email. You can create for yourself, your friend. In case you have a store and you want to create multiple email to manage your store and Power BI service, you can actually use that very method to actually do that. So all you just gotta do is to leave a comment. I'm gonna link. I'm gonna share a link, or I'm gonna actually drop a video. You would have a message in your inbox that, okay, this video is, then you watch it and you create it. Means you've actually done this. It's a very, very simple concept, but not everyone knows. A lot of people is suffering from this. Like, oh, I want to get. Yes, too. I think I did so fast for it for like almost 1 4. I was thinking about it. How am I gonna get this? I don't really know how to actually work my ass to get very Power BI service count, but it was for me that I got it. So if you want to get that very Power BI account, not just like me, you just gotta stay tuned, subscribe to my channel, because I'm gonna be doing a tutorial on that, and I believe you're gonna like, wow, this is what it is. So this load is coming up. This is the environment. I believe they're very familiar with the environment. So now the loading thing we've done, bringing it up. Right, we're almost there. So we can now navigate. You can share if you have a premium account. So you can share. If you're on trial, you can use a trial to share as well the work to friends. You can copy the link, or you can actually embed it to your WhatsApp. All that we've done just like that. Just gotta do is just what we've just done. So see how we can with it here. So right now that I can log that report that we've actually created, that we can actually if our boss can view to any of our sales rep can view it. I only give a portion of a sales rep, but the overall manager, the overall manager view it, every section of it, so we can give the privilege. So it's all about the privileges that you give the people that they're gonna be using to access what you have, what you have done, or what you want them to see, and all of that. So if you give a privilege of just the dashboard, they cannot click and go to what and go to report. That is what it is. So if you give a privilege of a particular report and not the full dashboard, so that person cannot actually view the dashboard. That is how it definitely works out. So right now we can see what we've just done. So we've just done a very rough work, not really a fancy work. So what really suits me is the DAX area. We've shown you guys how DAX works and all of that. so we can actually duplicate what I've done and actually use it in your project and have your project go smoothly and all that. So thank you very much for watching. I'm very happy we've actually done this. We've come to the end. I'm into the conclusion of the whole thing, and I will look forward to seeing you back to this channel again, because I'm gonna be dropping more videos over and over again for you guys. So thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. I still remain Ismaila Omeza M. Thank you. Please do subscribe, because I'm going to be dropping a video about how you can get account on Power BI, so that you can actually log into Power BI and do your thing all day long. So I just want to say thank you